Hello guys, welcome to the world Al-Nassr. I'm Khabz al-Muhabi. Please subscribe. Al-Nassr news and transfer on Laporte. There's rumors that Laporte wants his contract to be cancelled by Al-Nassr due to that number of 8 foreign players who are supposed to be registered. So already Al-Nassr, if you can count, they have that number. They have reached the ceiling of 8 numbers, and now there's Otavio and Laporte. But this rumor, the coach was very clear from the word go. He said Laporte will leave and Otavio will leave. Therefore, these rumors, yes, you can take these rumors, but if we take these rumors the way they are, I think it's unfortunate for Laporte to do this kind of, because how can he signed with Al-Nassr 2023-2024, the season 2023-2024, signing with Al-Nassr, and since that time he knew he's going to be the player of Al-Nassr until 2026. I think it's 2026 next season, if not 2027. Then he wanted his contract to be cancelled. But I don't think if it was a European team like Man City or if maybe he was sold to Inter Milan, because he was supposed to come back to the Saudi, according to these rumors, maybe on the 17th, and he didn't make it. Therefore, he wanted to go to Atletico Bilbao, because it seems like he only needs Atletico Bilbao, and that's fine. The problem is when he needs Atletico Bilbao, and Atletico Bilbao bid for him, I think their bid it was around 22 million, and Al-Nassr rejected that amount, or 12 million, 22 or 12 million, I don't know. And Al-Nassr rejected that amount. They rejected the first bid. So if he wants now his contract to be cancelled, I don't think it's the right thing to do business. And I will understand if he says they will be registered for the Champions League too, and then they won't be able to play him and Otavio. But I'm not sure if that's true, because when you look at our season last year, we have 8 players already, and then we signed John Duran. So signing John Duran, then we have 9. But we can remove these 2, which is Wesley and Angelo. And if we remove Wesley and Angelo, then we are remaining with how many? With 7. Therefore, Duran qualifies on this number if they are 7. But then this season we are on 8 already. Therefore, you can say we have 1, 2, 3. Which is Mohamed Simakan, and then Inigo Martinez, and another one is Bento, and then you say Marcelo, you say Mane, it's 5, you say Joao Felix is 6, and then you say Kingsley Coman, of course, and then the last one, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, they are 8. But I said we can still sign 2. We can still sign 2. But even if the team wants to sell Laporte, even if that number you can't register, you will end up registering only 8, and this remaining 2 you will register them on the Asian Champions League competitions, actually Asian football competitions. it will be fine. But even if Laporte he was injured almost for the whole season, this was not the problem of a coach which is Stefano Pioli last season, or now you can say. And as a coach, you can't rely on an injured player. You can't rely on an injured player. So Al-Nassr came with a solution. We're going to get a centre back and we're going to sell our best player because he's injured. That's a solution for him, both for him and Al-Nassr. Okay, of course, okay? Then with Otavio want to go for a loan. I agree with it, 100%. I agree with it. But according to these rumors, Otavio don't want to stay in Al-Nassr because Al-Nassr want him to stay. But I don't believe this rumor because at the end of the day, the coach said Otavio will leave, Laporte will leave. So meaning, and I saw they say chained in Saudi Arabia, caged in Saudi Arabia, these big words, which are used when it comes to this league. Caged, chained, but however, chained or not, Otavio, as we speak, his contract is with Al-Nassr and Laporte. So Al-Nassr, if they decided to sell, therefore they must be given an opportunity to sell their player, which is Laporte, to Atletico Bilbao. Not that Atletico will come and bid with 12 million euros and then reject it, and then Laporte goes then say, if you reject 12 million for me and I cancel and I leave. I totally disagree with this move of Laporte on his contract, if it's really this is the truth. From these rumors. Mostly these rumors are coming from Spain, so you don't know the legitimacy of these rumors. So we'll wait and then we'll see. But clearly, Laporte will be leaving this season. I can be happy if he end up not leaving and registered as one of our centre backs in a defender in the Champions League 2. Because that means we're going to have 2 quality players on the bench, including Otavio. But if the coach says they will end up leaving, I believe so. Laporte wants to be part of the World Cup 2026, of course. He will want to leave but of course he's going to get how many games in a championship? 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16 games. Around there, I think 16 games. But of course, maybe he wants to leave. But we'll look at this move of between Al-Nassr and between Atletico Bilbao and Laporte. With Otavio, there was an interest from Khaleej. There was an interest from Khaleej. So if then that means he will end up going for a loan to Khaleej. I agree with that move. I agree. But even if Khaleej can decide and turn around and say, we want to buy Otavio, I still believe it will going to be, for Otavio, this is going to be his team, and then he can decide, this is going to be a right move for Otavio, if Khaleej can decide to say, we want to buy Otavio. But all in all, I think we are fine. Therefore, if this number stays like this, and Al-Nassr, they wanted for Laporte to stay, and that is going to be a problem. Therefore, then we can't be able to sign any European or African or Brazilian player. Yes, that is why I keep on saying, as Al-Nassr, we must concentrate on buying best players from the Saudi League. It's going to work for Al-Nassr. best players from the Saudi league. Even if we can say we want best players, best defenders buying from outside Saudi Arabia, that is going to be a problem when it comes to this time, and these issues are arising now that we have reached our number of foreign players. Laporte, if really is leaving, of course he must firstly not break the relationship between him and the Saudi Arabian league. But again, if he end up staying in the Saudi league, this is staying at Al-Nassr, this is going to benefit Al-Nassr a lot this season. Having Mohamed Simakan, Laporte, and their player and Inigo Martinez, this is going to be a very strong team, including Otavio. If Otavio end up not leaving, it's going to be a very strong opponent for other teams. Okay, guys. I think that's enough. And then see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.